everybody. Welcome to Traveling Tales. Today we have a funny book. Some of the words, I don't even know what they are, but I'm going to do the best I can. And we're going to have fun with this book, aren't we, little cat? Yes, meow, meow, meow. All right. The name of this book today is Skippyjon Jones in the Doghouse. And it is a funny book. So hold on to your hat. Here we go with Skippyjon Jones. Between the hours of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., Skippyjon Jones created his finest piece of artwork ever. It went up and down all around the newly painted hall, and this rubbed his mama's fur the wrong way. "Drop that crayon right now, Mr. Doodlepaws," commanded Mama Junebug Jones. "You're not the boss of me," said Skippyjon Jones. "In your dreams, Mr. Bean," said Mama. "I cannot believe that in 2 quiet hours you covered the walls with those cockeyed chihuahuas," she scolded. "You are not a chihuahua. You are a naughty Siamese cat, and you need a time-out to think about that." The kitty boy did not budge. But Junebug could be very persuasive. "If you think more like a cat," she said, "Mama will catch you a mouse, big and fat. I'll dip it in butter and roll it in cheese. All you must do is think Siamese. And stay out of your closet or you'll really be in the doghouse," she added, putting him in his room. In fact, Skippyjon Jones was thinking before Mama Junebug Jones even left. He was thinking of bouncing. "Doghouse," repeated Skippyjon Jones, beginning to bounce. First he bounced high, then he bounced low, pointing his rear to the chair below. "Everyone knows from my big ears to my toes, I'm not a Siamese cat, I'm Skippyjon Jones, a chihuahua to my bones, and that's what I think about that." But he missed the chair and went careening into a pile of stuffed animals. "Holy jalapeno!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones, pulling a bird from his ear. "The little bird says there is a bobolito in the doghouse." Quicker than you can say, Skippyjon Jones, Skippyjon Jones, Skippyjon Jones, the kitty boy climbed into his mask and cape. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he began to sing. "Oh, my name is Skippity Fresquito, and I heard from a little burrito that the doggies have fled from the gobbling head who goes by the name of Bobolito." Pretty silly, isn't it? Down the hall, Mama and the girls squeezed together on the couch for a little TV. "Can Skippyjon watch Quiz Kitties with us?" asked Jillyboo. "Not right now," Pigeon Puff answered Mama. "Skipperdoodle still has some serious Siamese thinking to do." But Skippyjon Jones was not thinking Siamese, he was thinking Chihuahua. Quick as a cotton ball, Skippito rolled into his closet, and he blew past a boulder, chugged up a hill, and arrived alongside a shack perched 2 bones shy of the end of the world. "Where in the hequito am I?" wondered Skippito aloud. The place bloomed with sniffing noses. "Who wants to know?" growled a voice inside. "It is I, El Skippity Francisco, the great sword fighter, the great bambito eater, the great fly defeater, the great spider beater, the greatest pocoporito of all," said Skippito. Suddenly, a rope cut the air with a snapito and wrapped around his paw. "Whoa!" said Skippito as he flew under the curtain and into the shack. The house was chock full of chihuahuas. They were cavorting in cupboards and splashing in the sink. They were chilling in the ice cube trays and melting into drinks. And sitting right in the middle of the mayhem were his old amigos, los chimichangos. "Hola, Skippito," Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones, grinned. "We've been waiting for you, dude." "See, Skippyjo," said Poquito Tito. "Yesterday morning we left the house to buy some beans, and at night we returned a babito with the La Casa Perrito." "Not in the little doghouse!" exclaimed Skippyjo. "Uh-huh," said Poquito Tito. "He's a fantatica, and so dramatica, and he bobbles and nods in our attica. He must be a pain in the sciatica," said Skippyjo. "Yes, he's a yes man," added Don Diego, and then all the doggies nodded. "Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh." "A jumbolito pain," said Polka Dot Ito, "and you are just what the dog Tor ordered." And this made the Puchitos, feel so good that they all began to sing and dance. "First you turn the music way up loud, then you nod your head up and down, and wag your loco tail back and forth to the chimichanga rumba and the cha-cha-cha." "Stop it! You are killing me, dudes," said Skippyjo. "Enough of the monkey business," said Poquito Tito, as he pulled Skippyjo outside and over to the giant tortilla. "Lie down and close your eyes," ordered Poquito Tito. "Okay?" asked Skippyjo nervously. "Because, dude," said Poquito Tito, "at 5 o'clock, El Bulo Crespito will spill the frajitos. At 5 bells, a chihuahua as old as a Montezuma popped out of the holy boulder, and Patuli brought forth 3 beans." "It is a 3-beaner," declared the burritos, and they rolled Skippyjo into a 3-bean burrito. "Now we're sure to have good luck." Then the burrito was packed onto the skateboard with the rest of the Puchitos, and together they rolled over the cliff into the Valley of the Dogs, singing as they went, "Yes, sorry, sorrito, it's the return of our boy El Scapito. A bird in his ear said we needed him here. It's kaboom to the big Bobolito." Los chimichangos and the burrito blew into the town of Pato Ganso faster than a flea on a flying fur ball. To the right of the square stood La Casa Perrito. "Mira, Scapito," howled Don Diego. "The nodding Bobolito is up in the attica." But Scapito was too scared to look. The Perritos did not give a hootito about Skippyjo's jitters. They just wanted the Bobolito out, and he was the dog for the job. With one big flourish, the Perritos unrolled the tortilla and tossed the kitty boy and the beans up, up, up into the air until he landed on the roof of the doghouse. "Go get him, Skippyjo!" cried the Puchitos. "Oh, Mamalita!" cried Skippyjo, catching a glimpse of the hulking shadow of the Bobolito. "Oiny, boiny, bouncy, bouncy!" Skippyjo flashed his naughty monkey eyes and lunged right for the head of the Bobolito. "Hee-haw! Ito!" hollered Skippyjo as he took the ride of his life, and in no time, flat, the kitty boy brought that Bobolito right down to size. Faster than you could say chili chewing chihuahuas, he grabbed the itty-bitty Bobolito and stuffed him into his pants. Lickety-splickety, rickety-tickety. Skippyjo rode the railing all the way down to the front door. And he bounced into the goodnight air, landing right in the middle of the fluffy white tortilla. Los chimichangos rolled Skippyjo up snug as a bug and began to chant, Muchas gracias, skippity, dippity, dango, bye, bye, balito, boogie, woogie, tango, muchas, puchas, lickety, sicky, mango, gonzo, bonzo, chimmy, chimmy, chango. One more time. Muchas gracias, skippy, dippy, dango, bye, bye, balito, boogie, woogie, tango, muchas, puchas, hickey, sticky, mango, gonzo, bonzo, chimmy, chimmy, chango. And they carried the burrito all the way back to his room. With quiz kitties over, Mama Junebug directed her ears towards Skippyjon's very quiet room. Mused Mama. I wonder what he's up to. She told the girls to go and take a peek. He's all wrapped up in his old white blankie, said Jezebel, and he's talking to my itty-bitty kitty bobblehead, said Jujubee. Maybe he's thinking Siamese, added Jillyboo. Really, said Mama? Oh, he's such a little crumb cake. But Skippyjon Jones was not thinking Siamese. He was still thinking Chihuahua. Do you like mice and beans? Skippyjon asked the bobblehead. Then he touched the itty-bitty kitty's nose with the tip of his blanket, and the bobblehead just nodded. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Me too, said Skippyjon Jones. Wasn't that a fun story? I could hardly say some of the words. But ask your mama or your daddy to read it. Let's see them read it too. It's such a fun story. It's about an adventure of a little Siamese cat who wants to have fun adventures. Do you ever have adventures? Pretend? That's what his was. His was a pretend adventure. And that's what you can do by just reading books. You can have all kinds of adventures. And I hope you do. And I hope you read this book again too. Until next time, bye-bye.